Hey, Mavericks fans, if you want the Mavs to go after Kawhi Leonard this offseason, subscribe to the channel. Hey, if you don't sub, I guess you don't want the claw in Dallas. And for those of you who are already subscribed, why don't you share that link below with a fellow MFFL? It's youtube.com/MavsTV. We are exploring, could the Mavs get Kawhi this offseason? A legitimate report dropped earlier this morning. You're watching Dallas Mavericks Today. I am your host, Harrison Graham. Today's show, Kawhi Leonard. Could he become a Dallas Maverick this offseason? That is the topic we are exploring here on this video. Kevin O'Connor of The Ringer dropped this bombshell of a report. He's probably been sitting on it for weeks, waiting for the Clippers to be eliminated. But he reports that the Mavs plan to make a push for Kawhi Leonard. But not only that NBA executives across the league believe that Dallas is the biggest threat to land Kawhi if he does not re-sign with the LA Clippers. Now, he has a player option for next season, but it's been believed and reported for months that he is expected to opt out and sign a new contract, either with LA or potentially now with someone else. There have been rumors that he's been frustrated with how the medical team in LA handled his latest injury, and of course, Dallas could create a little extra cap space to sign him to a supermax if he were interested in joining Dallas. Here's the Ringer's Kevin O'Connor had to say in further detail, quote, "No one knows what's truly going on inside Leonard's head." Nothing new there. "But front office executives and agents across the NBA often gossip about the possibility that he leaves since teams are lining up and conspiring to get him. The Mavs and Heat plan to make a hard push to acquire Leonard, league sources say. Dallas is considered by some executives to be the most serious threat to land Kawhi because of Luka Doncic's presence. Sorry, Wendy, and the front office's ability to create maximum cap space and work out a sign and trade. During Leonard's years with Nike, he also developed a good relationship with Nico Harrison, the Mavs' new GM, and a former longtime executive at the company." Don't tease me, Kevin. I refuse to get too amped up about this, but we're going to talk about it and we're going to explore it on today's show because, hey, we know that the Mavs need another star next to Luka. KP is just not that guy. Doesn't mean he can't have a role. Doesn't mean he can't be a number 3. But I just don't buy into the idea that Kristaps Porzingis can be your number 2 superstar next to Luka Doncic. Too much injury history, too soft when it counts the most, and just not a consistent enough player if we're being completely honest. A guy like Kawhi Leonard obviously changes the direction of your future in a very dramatic way. Do you want Kawhi in Dallas? Simple yes or no answer. Type Y for yes, type N for no. Get your votes in on this one right now. Now, we are sponsored by the Newsbreak app on today's video, and hey, it's a new month, July. We got bodied by Golden State Warriors today in Newsbreak downloads in the month of June. We got to start hot this month. All you got to do to download Newsbreak and give us credit is to use our link below, chatsports.com/MavsNB. Plug that into your mobile device, your phone, your tablet, whatever. It'll redirect you to the App Store, and you can download the Newsbreak app over there, and that way it gives us credit when you use our link. And hey, you keep up with local news, weather, sports, politics, food, pop culture, whatever your flavor is, whatever news you like keeping up with, it's all aggregated onto one feed on your phone after it syncs up with your zip code, your local neighborhoods, communities, all of that good stuff. Let's beat the Warriors this month. Come on, we can't lose to Golden State. Chatsports.com/MavsNB. Use that link on your phone. It'll be in the comments. It'll be in the description as well. Click, it'll redirect you to the App Store, and you can download the Newsbreak app today. Now, we all know that Kawhi Leonard is the best two-way player in the NBA. I don't think there's much debate there. There is not a better player that is as skilled as he is offensively and as locked down as he is defensively. Now, sure, as he gets older, we kind of saw this with LeBron in recent years. Does he lock down defensively on every possession? No, but like when it matters most, we saw it in Game 7. He took Luka out of the game during a critical stretch in the third quarter, and that was really the difference in the Clippers beating the Mavericks. You get a guy like that next to Luka, oh my goodness, that is an absolute game changer because the Mavericks still could use another lockdown defender and really another just complete player, which is what Kawhi is. 25 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. He's become a better and better creator and a floor general at times when needed. underrated in recent years as well. And we know he could shoot the basketball efficiently. Mid-range game is elite. He's become a really good three-point shooter as well. We know how Luka is and what he brings to the table. This duo would just be fireworks in the American Airlines Center if it could somehow happen. Now, I can't get too excited about this, but you start thinking about it, you're like, man, if you could find a way to get Kawhi Leonard to Dallas somehow, like, I don't care how you do it, you have the best duo in the league. Are you the favorites in the West if that happens? You might be with how open the West ended up being this year. Like, you get Kawhi Leonard with Luka, you've got two of the league's 6 best players. I mean, that's pretty hard to slow down if you're another team in the NBA. So it's going to be very fascinating to play out. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, yeah, it's a 50% chance that the Mavs get Kawhi. Clearly, the Clippers are the favorite to bring him back. He wanted to get to the West Coast, finally did. Is he going to leave after 2 years? I'm not predicting that, but it's being reported by an actual NBA reporter and not NBA analysis. What is the percent chance that Kawhi Leonard signs with Dallas this offseason? Just throw a number. What, 12%, 15%? I mean, yesterday I said less than 5%, and a day later we're talking, over 10% because there's at least a report out there. 10 doesn't sound like a lot, 15 doesn't sound like a lot, but hey, that's actually a lot higher than you would think because there are 30 teams in the NBA. Give me a percent chance of Kawhi Leonard signing with the Dallas Mavericks. Now, you look at projected cap space, and with the Mavs, it's kind of tricky because you've got Josh Richardson, who has a player option. You've got some contracts you can move, but somewhere in that low, mid-30s is where they sit right now, so they could easily get into the range. This is according to Spotrac, of course, get into the range of where they need to get to sign Kawhi to a supermax. Obviously, the Knicks are going to be aggressive this offseason. We'll see how aggressive the Thunder get. They're still kind of in rebuilding mode, but out of all those 5 teams, who's trying to win now the most? I'd say the Mavs. You look, certainly the Knicks are trying to win as well as they're finally back in the playoffs this past season for the first time in 8 years. But we know Dallas will be aggressive. We know Dallas has a superstar in Luka Doncic that they need to pair with somebody else. They tried it with Porzingis, and I think that ship has sailed at this point. Doesn't mean he can't be a part of this team, like I said. But Mark Cuban himself said this team needs a second scorer. That's an indictment on Porzingis and how they feel about him within this organization. Hit that subscribe button. I want to remind you guys because nonstop offseason news, rumors, trade ideas, trade rumors, draft. I know that Mavs don't have a first-round pick, but we'll take a look at some second-round targets as well. Subscribe, turn on those notifications, and hey, remember, if you want Kawhi to sign in Dallas, you got to subscribe. It increases the chances. Someone told me that, so hit that big red button and subscribe today. We'll give a couple more thoughts on Kawhi Leonard before we sign off on today's show, just to circle back. So, Kevin O'Connor, the Ringer, has the report. Mavs are a serious threat to sign Kawhi if he doesn't re-sign in L.A. So what does that mean? It means that maybe he's having some hesitations on staying there, and it means that people are intrigued by the idea of playing with Luka Doncic. Now, he also mentioned the idea of could a sign-and trade go down? Could be a possibility, and obviously the name that comes to mind there is Porzingis. Now, would the Clippers want to take on Porzingis as part of a sign-and-trade? Maybe not. Could you do like a pair of free agent sign-and-trade, like where they get Tim Hardaway Jr. back just to throw them a bone to get a decent player in return? Maybe we kind of saw that with the Kevin Durant sign-and-trade, right, when Golden State was able to get D'Angelo Russell from the Nets. Obviously not an equal swap. Tim Hardaway and Kawhi, not even close in talent, but at least you would get a 15, 20-point score if you are the Clippers, if you know you're going to lose Kawhi anyway. So maybe that could be an option as well. But, hey, the offseason rumors are flowing. It's going to be fun. We know the Mavs are going to be aggressive, and they need to be, because once Luka Doncic signs the Supermax and that kicks in the following year, then you're kind of cash-strapped at that point. It becomes a lot harder to get a legit superstar next to Luka. The time is now, which is why Dallas is going to be very, very aggressive this summer. Where will Kawhi play next season? Predict it for me. And remember, I'm objective. I keep it real. The Clippers are the favorite, and they should be. They just made the conference finals, and he didn't even play a game. So if he was there, they might be in the finals. Where will Kawhi play this upcoming season? Predict it for us, and we'll see you soon here on Dallas Mavericks Today.